everybody, it's Double RPG here, and welcome to Double RPG Livestream, where we're going to be playing through Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch on the PlayStation 3. And it's going to be by myself tonight, and we'll get started with about maybe the first 2 hours of the game. We won't get that too far along, but at least we'll get some good time to get some gameplay down, and we'll see how far along we get from there. Now, since we are doing this live stream at this time, and I want to say hello to both RVB Vic as well as the Geek Baron for joining in on the stream. I really appreciate it with you guys joining up, and if anybody else wants to join in on the stream, then by all means, go right ahead. Now, before I get started, I have a bit of a confession to make. And that confession is, I've never played this game before. I have played the demo, but I've never played through this whole game before. And I'm kind of curious and actually wanting to try it out, because I picked me up a copy of Ni no Kuni II, Revenant Kingdom, the premium edition on PlayStation 4 this past week, and I said to myself, you know, why have I not played the original game if I went ahead and picked up the sequel? I mean, when it comes to level 5 games, they are really well done, and it's just, I need to get back to playing a lot of them, because they really they really have a special charm that just can never be matched, and they hold a lot of replay value in those games to make them very, very special. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to be going through a little bit of Ni no Kuni, and we'll see how far along we get from there. Hopefully we'll get into some fighting or some battles and whatnot. Hopefully that the game doesn't drag on too long for the story, but we'll see how it goes. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Hope you all are having a very awesome evening. Hope you all had a great week, and hope most of you had a great Easter back last weekend. And when it comes to me streaming on YouTube, it's mostly going to be for console gaming going forward. But when it comes to PC gaming, it's all going to be on Twitch. I just want to let you guys know from there. And of course on Twitch, I am live streaming the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel PC game on there, which I will be going back live tomorrow, sometime tomorrow, and we'll get through a long trail of that game when we go through it. So, anyways, let's go ahead and pick our language. Of course, we're going to pick English. Yeah, let's just go with it, please. Does it start with the title screen, or does it just immediately take us into the game? Wait. Really? I did not know that. Obligatory installation time. Who would have thought? Well, this is, well, it's not an update for my PS3. It's actually the installation of the game. So, yeah. I did not expect that to happen. So, just bear with me, guys. It'll come on as soon as it gets done installing. I did not expect it to do an install like this. As those very obligatory install of those game installs like what you would see for the PlayStation 3. I know that Metal Gear Solid 4 was very infamous for that. And, oh god, I don't even want to talk about that. So yeah, a random talk time, it seems like. I guess, you know, since this is a good spot for random talk time while it installs, I might as well go ahead and explain why I'm doing the whole thing with the double RPG side quests. Now, when it comes to double RPG side quests, it's the spiritual successor to double RPG 2 Cents, and it's where I give my opinion piece on certain pieces of news, but I decided to keep it themed around role-playing games, whether they be on the Japanese or the Western front. And I appear to you all on camera, so that way I can get more practice with trying to speak to you all while being in front of the camera, so that way I'm not reading off a script, because it takes very long to make scripts, and after I get done with the script, then I just feel like I don't even want to try and make the script or anything, or I don't want to read off the script when I'm trying to do a voiceover recording or anything like that. If anything, I just like to appear in front of the camera more and then deliver my thoughts on the news story that I present to you all. And that way you actually see me first and foremost, how I express myself in front of the camera. So I think it'll be very good practice for me. I think I'm getting somewhat better, but at the same time, it's going to take some time for me to actually get used to that kind of thing, because back then I wasn't that really fond of, well, I wouldn't say really fond, but I'm just not used to speaking on camera since I do stutter a whole lot. So I'm not going to make that become a habit as I continue to practice more. And in the meantime, it'll, help me improve much better for when it comes to me doing any more reviews or anything like that, if I decide to return to that feature anytime in the future. But who knows? And yeah, Vic, so that's what the whole side quest videos are about, is just me off the cuff, on camera, and reading without a script. So that's basically what it is. So if you have not seen any of the side quest videos, then I definitely recommend that you actually go watch them if you can. And definitely leave me your comments in the comments section, so that way, whatever comment I decide to choose in the next, whenever it comes to a new video, then I will be able to feature your comment as well as your channel in the description. I just like to help out the community a little bit. And hey, if it's one of those things that doesn't work out well, and, since, a lot of people wouldn't be participating, then I may hold off on doing so for quite some time until I gain some more traction. But for now, I'm just going to try to be on the experimental side and see if it actually works, which it seems to be working. But I would like to see more people commenting on my videos instead of just getting the same people to comment all the time, because to me, that's not really showing that much participation from within the gaming community, or just the YouTube gaming community in general. But then at the same time, how YouTube has been pretty crap as of recent, and I know a lot of people don't seem like they want to participate that much anymore, based on what has all been going on and all the crap that's been going on with YouTube in general. And who knows, Geek Baron, I may return to doing reviews at some point, but at the same time, they do take a lot of work, and I really enjoy the retrospectives more because they actually bring out more of my informative side. But that's not to say the same, well, whether or not if I'll return to doing reviews again someday. I might actually will, since I did see Nick Huggett, aka Swag Show's review of Castlevania the Dracula X Chronicles on the PSP last year after E3, and that got me inspired somewhat to try and start doing reviews for you all again. But I mean, I had a review planned for Dissidia Final Fantasy NT, but seeing how it's not a complete game at this time, I kind of held myself back from actually having to, or kind of just doing it. I'm going to wait until everything has been completed for that game before I actually do a review. And that way, I'll be able to have the full game on me, and then I deliver to you my honest thoughts on the game as a whole, in general. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to say that that's what the side quest videos are about. Like I said, it's the successor to Double RPG 2 Cents, but it's just more of me speaking off the cuffs and in front of you without a script whatsoever. It's kind of just, expressing myself. And that's kind of thing that I like to do, is express myself. And it really is a shame that I don't seem to express myself quite often in front of the camera, too, because, I mean, I'm very comfortable with, like, speaking from a script, but at the same time, you can't always be that complacent, as you really got to broaden your horizons at some point and try to speak on the spot more, because that will actually bring out more within you as a creator. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to YouTube, it's very hard when you don't have that many subscribers. I mean, I have over 3,000 subs on my channel, and I figure that I at least start to gauge some conversation within my side quest videos. But it seems like um, more of the comments have been more on my quality field work, like what I do with the retrospectives. And I'm very fine with that because I really like how the quality of my work is showing within everybody, and they like to engage in conversations with something that they remember, or something that they actually find be very interesting, or something that they may have conflicting opinions about. I always like that. I always like how people engage in conversations, so that way they don't try to be a stranger, and we can have a good civil conversation with each other. But at the same time, there's always those who do tend to give people a lot of grief, and they just like to be very, very dickish. And for me personally, I really don't tolerate behavior like that. So that's also the hazard, or not the hazard, but that's also the risk when it comes to doing stuff on YouTube, is that there's always going to be people who are going to be just dickish, or just try to, make you feel bad. And that really is a shame too, because I find that crap to be deplorable, because you're not really hurting anybody, you're just trying to have a lot of fun. Exactly, Geek Baron. As long as it's not hostile, as long as it's calm, then that's that's the open-minded nature of where everybody needs to be within YouTube. But of course, not everybody's like that, because there's always those who are just going to be just plain evil. And I can see that as long as I've been talking to you all on here, that the installation process is about to be over with. And, I think I did really well with talking to you all on camera throughout this whole time. And hopefully that'll continue more once we get on with the game. But yeah, we're about to get on with the game first and foremost. So I think the whole talk with you all for that time being, I give it 2 thumbs up. Yeah, I'm actually having juicy fruit. Juicy fruit chews, believe it or not, Geek Baron. The sugar-free juicy fruit bubblegum. And juicy fruit's awesome for bubblegum. Yeah, like I said, it's really good bubblegum. And of course, with the more recent PS3 games, it seems that they have to be loading the trophy data every time when you start up the game, and I find that to be very, very annoying. Anyway, let's get on with the audio language selection. Might as well stick with English, because when it comes to Akihiro Hino's work, he does make the English voice work of his games actually sound very grand. He does tend to go above and beyond with having very high-quality voice work. Oh, really? You can't stand Tootsie Rolls? I mean, I could possibly see the reason why. But, if you don't like it, that's fine. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ni no Kuni. And boy, oh boy, I've been waiting for us to get on with this, so yeah, why not? Well, let's not waste any time and actually get on with the game, since I was since I was talking to you all quite a lot. So let's not, wait and see what's going on. Let's just start things off with normal difficulty, and we'll just get through it just fine. Now, granted, I'm not going to play on easy, because even though I do like story in games, when it comes to RPGs, I always like there to be a challenge, because playing it on easy, going for the story, means that you're just really not enjoying the game for what it is. I mean, I can understand why they have easy there, because for casuals, but for me personally, I'm no casual when it comes to RPGs. Well, specifically Japanese role-playing games that appeal to me, but... oh, wow! Oh, really? I didn't even know Hayao Miyazaki hates video games. That is... I did not even notice that. That's news to me, because video games, they're a work of art as well, you know, including his movies.
Get a move on, Ollie boy!
Slow down, Mr. Drippy.
But Ding Dong Dell's just down the way.
Huh?
Hmm? Oh.
Huh?
Because playing a...
What do we do?
Because playing a game like this, it's like you're watching a Hayao Miyazaki film. Because his work is art. And it makes you... I mean, when playing a game like this, it makes you forget that you're actually playing a game and not watching a movie. I mean, it forgets that you're playing...
So
yeah, makes you forget you're playing a game and not watching an actual one of his films.
A whole nother world. Beautiful, innit?
A level 5 game. Level 5 has come a long way ever since Dark Cloud on the PlayStation 2. Yeah, Miyazaki is the Disney of Japan. Especially with... I think he really started to get some fame, and some really big fame when it came to his work on the wonderful world of Puss in Boots, which was a 1969 film that starred Toei Animation's mascot, Pero, Puss in Boots, basically. Because his key animation was very top of its class, and then his fame started to spread more in the 80s when he made his own films for Studio Ghibli. Funny how the main character in this game, Oliver, fights with the wand, or yeah, fights with the magician's wand, while the main character in the sequel actually fights with a sword. Alright. Welcome to Motorville.
Sorry, mister.
Yeah, like I said, it's like you're watching a...
Good morning, Miss Layla.
It's like you're watching a Hayao Miyazaki film, without you knowing that you're actually playing a game.
Oh, I almost forgot. Did Philip find you? He said he had something to show you, dear.
Really? So he finally finished it, huh? Do you know where he is right now?
He just stepped out with some deliveries for me. I doubt he'll have gotten far.
Thanks, Miss Layla.
Oh, say hi to your mother for me.
Sure thing, Miss Layla.
Hey, Ollie. Over here.
Oh, it's Phil. Oh, his name is Phil. Hope that's not Darkside Phil for you. Like we ever need to mention him in this Let's Play. But the main character in the sequel is the prince of his own kingdom, He's a prince of a race of people who resemble cats. Just so you know there, Geek Baron. Alright, to walk we'll use the left analog stick, and we'll go over there to where Philip is standing, and approach Philip with the talk, and the talk icon will appear. Press X to speak to him. Okay. Such smooth animation.
Good thing you found me. Guess what? She's finally ready.
So what Miss Layla said? Is it really what I think it is?
What else would it be, dum-dum?
Boy, you are something else, Phil. So what do we do now?
What else? We take her for a spin. Tonight.
What, tonight? But I can't. I mean, I need to ask my mom, and...
Sure. You go ask your ma. And then when do we do it, huh? Tomorrow? Next year?
Well, no, but... Okay, we'll do it tonight. But we'll have to be real quiet.
Sure we will. Okay, tonight in my garage. Be there or be square.
Sure.
Be there or be square. Ooh, boy.
So, this is the child who will save the world.
Or so says the crystal ball, Your Radiance.
The Dark Djinn's power alone will not suffice.
Oh, is this the White Witch?
Fear not.
What is the child's name?
Oliver, Your Radiance.
Oliver.
Alright, the mini-map will be displayed at the top right of the screen as you travel around. This map lets you see your immediate surroundings. Use R1 to switch to the local map, showing an overview of the whole town. And then the star lets you see where you need to go next. Your first port of call is Oliver's house. Okay. And, I guess it would be this way. And, across the road. Watch for any drivers. This game is giving you should give kids an educational lesson not to cross the road when there's cars coming. That parrot kind of does look like something you would actually see from Pokemon. Yeah, that's for sure. There, Geek, Baron. Alright, there's Oliver's house. Let's go say hi to Mummy for me. Oh, let's go say hi to Mummy, shall we?
Hey, Mom. I got the groceries.
Thanks, sweetie. Just pop them on the table, will you?
Say, Mom,
Did you say something, sweetie?
you're kind of busy tomorrow, huh?
Well, now that you mention it, I do have to practice for my concert in the morning.
Oh, yeah? So, you'll be in bed kind of early, huh?
Yes, I suppose I will.
Oh, you will, huh?
Will you stop being so mysterious and eat your breakfast? You'll be late for school. And chew before you swallow.
Thanks for breakfast, Mom. See you later, Mom.
Bye, sweetie. You be good now.
I will.
Funny how Oliver sounds like he's American while his mother has a European dialect. Kind of some inconsistency if you ask me, or I could be mistaken. Yeah, it kind of looks like, you know, Oliver's mother was making some hamburger helper. Yeah, very cheap family. No. Ha, school schmool. Today's special day, kiddo. Today's the day our dream machine finally rolls off of the drawing board and onto the streets of Motorville. Oh boy, I can't wait. When can I see it? Whoa there, cowboy. Not so loud. Don't forget, this is our secret. Hey, Dum-Dum. You didn't tell your mom about it, did you? No, I did not. I asked her if she was busy, and she said she has a concert practice, so she'll be in bed real early. Perfect. Then tonight's the night. You still in, kiddo? You're calling Oliver kiddo, yet are you both supposed to be best friends? Sure am. Tonight at your garage. I'll be there. She must be asleep by now. Neato, she's out like a light. Now's my chance. I have to get to Phil's garage. Okay, press the triangle button to open the main menu. You will be presented with a range of options. Use the directional pad to select an option and press X. Having chosen an option, you can return to the main menu by pressing the circle button. Press it again to return to the game. Additional menu options will become available as you progress through the game. Open the main menu and press Start to save your game. Once you have saved your game, you can select Continue from the title screen and restart from your point where you left off. So, very basic stuff for RPG standards. And yes, we can use the main menu. Go to settings, and we can actually change our settings if we want to, but of course we can hit the start button to save our progress, so we might as well go ahead and do that right now just to be on the safe side. Playing the game so far, I'm liking it. Very, very much so. And she's asleep. Now I can run outside and get over to good old Philip's house. I have to go around. Yes, I do. This should be like a stealth mission just to make sure that no adults see you or breaking curfew.
What are you looking at? What is it with that kid? What kept you, Slowpoke?
Sorry, my mom just wouldn't go to bed. So, is it finished?
Sure is. The last bearing's in, and she's primed for action. Wanna see?
Do I ever?
All right. Here goes nothing.
Okay.
Wow!
Oh, is this neat, Phil? This is so neat!
You betcha.
It's so neat!
The new Coupe Deluxe ain't got nothing on us, Ollie.
It's not even close.
So, you ready to hit the road, kiddo?
Yeah!
Now that is old school. That car is definite old school. And hello there, welcome to the chat. Okay, there's nobody around. We should take her outside now. So, Phil, who gets to drive first? Huh? Let's see now. Tell you what, kiddo. If you could run down the street and make sure the coast is clear, I'll let you go first. You mean that? Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, wait right here. And watch out for Starry Mary, will you? Starry Mary? You know, the girl who was spying on us before. I swear that kid is cracked. Cracked, huh? She doesn't look like a crackhead. See? There she is again. I'll bet that tattletale goes straight to her olds. She wouldn't do that. What are you, sweet on her or something? Go check out front already. Sure thing, Phil. I'll be right back. Okay. Hopefully everything's safe and sound, and it looks to be. Seriously love the cell shading in this game. It's so fascinating.
All right. The coast is clear. I better go tell Phil.
Don't go.
Uh-oh.
What? Huh?
It's bad. Please, Oliver. Don't go.
Huh? my name?
Ollie! What's taking you so long?
I'm sorry, Phil. Someone saw me.
Oh, man. Who was it?
Oh, that girl over...
Uh-oh.
Huh?
What are you talking about? Huh? There's nobody there.
Huh. That's weird. She was right there. A girl.
A girl, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I bet it was that dumb, scary Mary.
No.
Oh, no. Couldn't be. She's not allowed out. You must be going screwy or something. Anyway, come on.
Oh, okay.
Oliver, the boy who will save the world. But unfortunately for him, his light is yet a mere candle in the blackness.
Indeed. He may be the child the prophecies speak of, but he is a child nonetheless.
Yet these humans can be disturbingly powerful. Did the other's darkness not engulf the land entirely? Might this one not prove equally tenacious?
D. Tenacious D.
Such saplings must not be suffered to grow.
Very well, Your Radiance.
He who would save this doomed world must die.
Let me guess. She's gonna be the one who causes, you know what to happen?
Mom! Help me!
Sweetie?
Uh-oh.
Where are you? Oliver? Oliver?
You're kind of busy tomorrow, huh?
Well, now that you mention it, I do have to practice for my concert in the morning.
Oh, yeah? So, you'll be in bed kind of early, huh?
Oliver. Oliver.
A mother concerned for her child. It's only natural. The echo is probably from the TV because of the microphone.
Would you listen to her purr? Ready? Take it slow to start with, okay?
Yep, got it!
All right.
But yeah, it's the microphone that's actually getting the echo.
We have liftoff! Whoa!
Don't go too fast, Oliver. Uh-oh. Oh no.
Ollie!
Get him, kid.
Oliver? Philip, what happened?
It's Ollie!
Oliver! Oliver? Oliver, wake up!
Mom?
Oh, sweetie, I'm so glad you're okay.
I'm sorry, Mom.
I'm sorry. I swear, if I'd known, I never would have.
Don't be silly, Phil. What about your car?
That hunk of junk, I can make another one in no time.
Well, I think you two have had quite enough excitement for one day.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah,
Are you okay, Phil?
must have twisted my ankle back there.
Whatever will you children get up to next?
Oh.
Allie!
Allie?
Are you okay?
Mom? What's wrong?
Oh no.
Mom?
She always did have a weak heart.
Mom?
Oh, dear.
Oh no.
Fetch the doctor.
Mom!
This is not good.
Oliver, sweetie. Oh, sweetie.
Mom?
You'll be okay. I know you will. Be good now. For me.
Ah.
Mom?
Very sad to watch.
Mom? Mom! No. No! Don't leave me. Yeah. Mom! Mommy! Don't leave me.
So sad. Yeah, it really...
Sentimental fool. Sacrificing herself to save her child.
And yet, thanks to her, the boy lives.
Of course. But shorn of his mother's love, to whom can he now turn for guidance? And soon he will come to our world, where our powers are strongest.
Very good, Your Radiance.
Let us see how this story unfolds. I'm sure the ending will be engaging.
Yes. When you're gonna pay for what you did to his mother. Such a vile and cruel witch.
Oliver, honey, I brought you some apple pie. I'll just leave it here for you, okay, dearie? You'll just have to wait until dinner, Timmy told him. Oh, it's so sad. He's been in there 3 whole days now.
Well, yeah, because he lost someone very special to him.
Oliver, Mummy starts her new job today, but she's asked someone very special to take care of you. Mummy spent a long time making him. I'm sure he'll look after you very well. Be good while Mummy's away, okay?
Mommy.
Is something wrong, sweetie?
Just come back soon, okay?
Of course, sweetie. We'll always be together, Oliver. Always. Always.
Mommy. Come back. Please.
Ooh.
Whoa, what's all this? Curse lifted, is it? Tiny! I'm free! Free!
Huh? What just happened?
You just witnessed the rebirth of Drippy, Lord of the Fairies.
Who?
What, are you deaf or something? Drippy, Lord of the Fairies, I said, didn't I?
Drippy.
That's right, and I'm sick to the teeth of you snivelling and moaning. A proper crybaby bunting you are. 3 days, man.
Oh, crybaby bunting. Now I see where that came from, Geek Baron.
You're a big boy, man. 3 days is, well, it's unheard of.
What?
Lord here, a bit flummoxed, a wee bit lost for words. Not to worry, man, I got all the answers. Oh, but prepare yourself. Explaining all this is gonna take a while. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Tidy. I like your style. Very honest. And you stay that way, okay? Take you far, it will. On with the show!
Okay.
See, it's like this, see? What it is there's more worlds out there than this one by here. There's what you might call parallel worlds, see? They're like worlds along by the side of your one. And one of those worlds is my world. That's right, a whole nother world.
Another world?
There's quick you are. And I, that is the Lord High Lord of the Fairies, the reason I'm by here in this world of yours, well, it's because there's a proper bad apple trying to upset the peace of both our worlds, see? Shadar, the Dark Djinn, his name is, and what he did was, he took over people's hearts and spread war and ruin all over our world. Tried to stand up to him, I did, and he turned me into a flipping doll and kicked me out of our world and into yours, the rotter.
Uh-huh.
And then you went and cried all over me, and poof, the curse was lifted, just like that. Which makes me think you must be the one we fairies call the pure-hearted one. The one the legends say will save our world. Just goes to show you can't judge a book by its cover, eh? So, anyway, that means I better get you over to our world and have you get rid of Shadar for us. All right with you?
Me? But how can I...
Don't fret, man. It's a big responsibility, I know, but you'll be all right, especially with me to help you.
But I...
Oh, want me to ask properly, do you? Fair dues.
What?
Oh, pure-hearted one, will you please come and save our world?
No.
Ooh.
Sorry, I must have misheard you. What did you say? Go on once more, but louder.
I won't do it. I mean, I can't do it.
This is why they say never work with children. I ask nicely, and you give me a hearty yes, sir. That's how this works, see? Gee whiz, that would be swell, you say. It's just how these things are done. It's tradition. How am I supposed to work with this? It's like he's never read a story in his life.
But I don't know anything about your world. And I just can't right now.
What, because your mum dropped dead?
Oh.
Yeah.
You got a photo of her? Hurry up, will you? I haven't got all day.
Okay.
Let's see now. Blimey. It can't be. But then it can't be a coincidence, neither.
What is it?
The great sage Alicia. Then we might just be able to save your mum.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You ready for another earful?
Yeah.
The souls of people in your world and my world are connected, which means people from over by here have another version of themselves over by there, called a soulmate, see?
Ah.
And people with soulmates can even look like each other. Now, your mum, well, she shared a soul with the great sage Alicia. A proper talent she was.
Huh? So my mom was a sage? But how does that help us save her?
Well, Alicia tried to take on the Dark Djinn, but his power was too much for her, and he trapped her in this dark jewel called the Soul Snare. When that happened, then the link between hers and your mum's souls would have been cut off. But if you could free Alicia, it just might fix the link, and who knows, it might even bring your mum back.
Is that really true?
I can't be sure now, but it's possible, yeah.
Wait. How do you know all this, Mr. Drippy? You've been a doll this whole time.
Ah, now there's clever of you. Good question, lad. It's like this, see? I'm not the only fairy. Even though I was stuck by here, my buddies were keeping me abreast of all the goings-on over there. How? I suppose it's what you might call telepathy. And that's not all. I was sending my lordly orders back over there too, having them spy on Shadar and that, you know, tidy, huh? What is it?
I'll do it. I'll come to your world. I'll come with you and save my mom.
Oh, that's marvellous! You might be doing it for all the wrong reasons, but if it saves our world, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. Tidy! We better get going then. Chop chop!
Okay. But how do we get to your world?
Oh, curious, are we? Alright, I'll tell you. First thing we need is a drop of magic. Go and have a dig around in the fireplace. There's something hidden there so nosy Parkers won't find it.
But why would anybody hide something in there?
That's for me to know and you to find out. Look lively.
I think we're going to get along with this Mr. Drippy guy really well. Because he definitely reminds me of Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle. Just that guy with a very eccentric personality. Where's the fireplace at? Of course, it wouldn't be in the kitchen. Gotta be around the house somewhere. You figured it would be in the living room. Oh, there it is. Haha, how could I pass by it?
What could be hidden in a place like this?
A mighty spell book.
Huh? A book? But it would burn in there.
Not this book. The wizard's companion laughs in the face of fire. Wouldn't be much of a spell book if it didn't, now would it?
Really?
Aha, gotcha.
This is a spell book?
That there is the wizard's companion, the fount of all wizarding knowledge.
The wizard's companion.
Ah, Oliver's gonna be like Harry Potter. Now listen up. I'm going to teach you what's what in that wizard's companion of yours. If you want to have a read of it, press triangle to open the main menu. You should see it down the bottom right on there. Then you just need to choose it with the X button, and you can leaf through the wizard's companion at your heart's content. You mean like Major Winnie the Pooh memories or whatnot? Yeah. Oh, that's very interesting. Take a minute or two to have a skim of a few pages, eh? You look like a smart lad, so I'm sure you'll get into it. Oh, I almost forgot. The first thing you have to do when you get your hands on the wizard's companion is to make a pledge. You need to vow that you'll do all that you can to be worthy of being a wizard. Don't look so flipping worried. It's not hard. All you have to do is write your name in that book with an open, honest heart. And you don't even have to write Oliver if you don't want. You can write Bunting, Crybaby, or whatever you like. The important thing is that you mean it. Go on, scribble your name down. Let's just go with my internet handle, RRPG. And that'll do.
Tidy. Right, magic in our way over to my world, is it? Now let's see.
What is it?
You got a wand somewhere by here? We can't go casting spells without a wand now, can we?
A wand? Why would we have a wand?
Oh, that's a pain. Ah, well, can't be helped. We'll just have to look for one outside.
Huh? We won't find one out there either.
Don't nitpick, Crybaby Bunting.
Bunting? My name is Oliver. Oliver.
Ah, so the Crybaby bit was right, at least, was it?
That'll do, pig. That'll do. I mean, when looking at Drippy, hardly looks like a fairy. Just looks like a midget with a big nose and a lantern on his nose. I mean, there's one hidden somewhere around here, like the spellbook? Ha! You're having a laugh if you think I'm gonna make it that easy, mun. What do you think I am? Or, what's his name? Kamina from Gurren Lagann would say, "Who the hell do you think I am?" Made of wizarding equipment. No, this one's going to be a little more difficult, but our journey over to my world is a hunt for the soul snare, among other things. So why don't you treat this as a warm-up, the Easter egg hunt before the wild goose chase, if you will. But yeah, he kind of looks like a gnome, too. I wonder why they didn't go with the name David, so that way we would call him David the Gnome. I didn't take my gum out. It's starting to become tasteless. Okay, I'm lying. The thing is, I never brought a wand with me. I mean, look at me. The price of my lovability is my small stature, ain't it? I only just managed to carry that flipping book, man, Any more and I'd been crushed. So even fairies tell lies, huh? Of course they do. Us fairies are incorrigible liars. Anyway, no point crying over spilt milk. Let's find ourselves a substitute, shall we? Crybaby Bunting? A substitute? How can there be a substitute for a magic wand? Well, if you can find something brown and sticky, like maybe a stick, we might be able to muddle through. Oh, okay. You're sure a stick will work? Do you think I'm sending you up the garden path or something? Fine, I'll give you a hand. Follow me, Bunting. Quite a name. Come on, Drippy. Get the move on. What are you looking at? Don't tell me you're thinking of using this lamppost as a flipping wand. Well, you can cut that out for a start. It's way too flipping big. You said furries. Furry fairies. We need a stick or something like that, ain't it? Why don't you go over and have a look over by there? Okay. This is one proper tidy motor, eh? Might get myself one of these. Sorry, but, are there no steampunk elements in your world, Mun? There ain't anything wand-like over by here either. Let's go over to the other side, shall we? Okay. Oh, and when you find something, don't forget to pop it in your bag for safekeeping. And look up the top left of the main menu and you'll see your bottomless bag. Ah, bottomless bag, so we can actually keep a good chunk of stuff within our bag. Just like any other role-playing game, so that's a good start. And there, you'll find all your items nicely sorted into different categories. That's handy. Use L1 and R1 to shift between the categories. Of course, there ain't much to see at the moment, but when you've got loads of stuff, you'll be glad of a bit of order, ain't it? You'll be glad of a bit of order, ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't. That's like a really bad play on words. But then again, I mean, if we're dealing with a fairy, then we're dealing with a Scottish fairy. Or a pirate fairy. Anyway, next time you pocket a tidy item, be sure to have a closer look at it with your bottomless bag. Put it in my bag, sure. The bottomless bag is now accessible in the main menu. Well, yeah, I'm sure that nose would be, very hard to get, or I'm sure that lantern would be very hard to get on his nose. I mean, I would never have thought a fairy would actually get himself a nose piercing. Or he could be Welsh, yeah, that too. Did he come from the world in the Sword and... No, the Black Cauldron by Disney? It's no use. There's nothing around here that looks like a wand. You're not wrong, Bunting. Alright, we better split up, then. Broaden the search, like. I'll go and take another quick look around your house. You stay by here and head up the outside search, okay? Okay. Okay, brown and sticky, brown and sticky. Oliver. Huh? Oh, it's you. Who are you?
You're the little girl I met before, huh?
Mm-hmm. We met before.
So, how do you know who I am?
I'm really, really sorry, Oliver.
Huh?
Your mummy. I'm sorry. I couldn't save her.
Huh? Why would you be sorry for that?
I wanted to save her. I really did.
Huh? Hey, wait. Where are you going? Hey, where did you go?
Ollie boy, why are you talking to thin air?
Mr. Drippy, she disappeared again.
Huh? Who did?
That strange girl. That's the second time she tried to talk to me.
What's that? A girl? Where? You're right about strange. I can't see her any flipping where.
Well, how could you? She disappeared into thin air.
Well, anyway, there's something I want to ask you.
Yeah,
There
I
is?
mean, they could
Sure,
be,
Go ahead.
Do you
they could
mind,
have already gone
you
to
know,
bed by
having a
now,
sidekick?
Geek Baron, just so you know. I mean, it is kind of late.
Who do you mean?
Crikey, that's cold. Who do you mean, he says? Why not stab me in the heart while you're at it? I mean me! I wanted to know if it was alright me joining you on your adventures. Or if you were maybe wanting to trade me in for a younger, prettier model. But it looks like I got my answer, huh? Well, so you know, if you don't have faith in people, you'll never see their true worth. And what's more...
Look at this.
Huh?
It was on the ground, right where that girl was standing.
Chuck it here, then. Top. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. It's a wand!
You mean it? A real wand?
Come over by here and take a look, man. It might seem like any old stick, but it's got all magic writing on it, see?
It does, huh? Wow. Is that how people ride in your world?
The runes are all faded, so it might have lost a bit of power. But for our current purposes, it's a beauty.
Neato. What a stroke of luck.
Luckier than you know, Ollie boy. Dude, I never thought we'd actually find one.
You see, this is the reason why I love the level 5 games. It's just they know how to make their characters and everything within the game just brim with magic, and it just makes them very enjoyable. I mean, they have a quality and a charm that will never be matched, and it most certainly does for this
Now we
game.
need a place to cast our spell. To cast Gateway, you need somewhere proper massive. You need space to give it oomph, see?
Do we really need that much oomph?
Yeah, what kind of question is that? Magic is special, innit? It's sacred, right? You have to cast spells in the best environment possible. You really are new to this, aren't you? This is beginner stuff we're talking about here.
Oh, sorry.
Now, take me somewhere with plenty of space. There's got to be somewhere around by here.
The town square, I guess.
Alright, so it's time to go to the town square, and then we'll make the gateway to the other world, or the new world. I shouldn't say other world, because this is not going to be exactly Dragon Ball related, or Dragon Ball Z related, where we're going to Hell, or in the less sensitive place called Hiffle, home for infinite losers.
Do you really think we should be doing this here?
No worries, man. Normal people can't see magic, see? Go on, Ollie boy. Cast Gateway.
Well, I did talk about, just so you know, Geek Baron, I actually did talk about a little bit with what Level 5's 20th anniversary game might be, and what Akihiro Hino is envisioning for it. He says it may not be a massive multiplayer online role-playing game, but it may actually be within the scope of that. Because he got interviewed by Katsuhiro Harada during, through the Japanese publication 4Gamer when talking about what Level 5's next big major project is going to be. So that might be what it is that he's going to be working on for about the next few years until it, gets made and it comes out. Anyway. So yes, it's time for us to cast Gateway as we're going to go into the new world.
That's it, man. You got it. Whoa. Whoa.
Hand-drawn animation at its finest and very awesome special effects indeed.
Tidy!
What is it? Stop that now. Heel boy, heel!
Told you, they didn't notice a thing. Yeah. Let's get a shunting, crybaby bunting.
For the last time, it's Oliver!
Hey, it's not bad work for a crybaby, this.
Ugh.
And we're off to another world!
Hey, wait! Wait for me!
Right, let's get going, shall we?
Huh? Hey, wait for me! So this is your world.
Ah, home at last. But there's a tidy way to go yet.
Hey, Mr. Drippy, that was pretty neat just now, huh?
Oh, that herd of elk. Enjoy your first
Herd of
encounter
elk.
with the majestic wildlife of
So
our
those were
mysterious
elks,
world,
huh?
did you?
Uh-huh. Huh? Jeepers.
Oh, Nickers! Where did he spring from?
Ah! What do we do?
He's not like the big softies just now. He's itching for a fight. Proper savage.
Let's run away!
No, use that stick you got by there. Give him a whacking and send him packing.
Ah!
Look lively. He's making his move.
So we have to beat up a cute and cuddly Ruff.
Come on!
Don't fret, Ollie boy. Let your old pal Drippy talk you through the basics of battle. First off, take a look at that green gauge by there. That shows you your health points, HP. The more HP you have, the healthier you are. But if you run out, you'll go unconscious. And you see the blue gauge underneath that? That's your magic points, MP, ain't it? Don't worry about magic for now, man. Let's talk about beasties first, shall we? You can see lots of information about them up by here, on the right. They're just useful, eh? The red gauge shows you their HP. Get that down to nothing, and you've won. And these speech bubble thingies down by here are the commands you can use in battle. Well, that's enough to be going on with. Try giving the rotter a smack with your stick. Just use the left and right just use the left and right directional buttons and select attack. Confirm your choice with the X button, and Bob's your uncle. Righto, get cracking with that whacking. Tidy, or I should say, nice. That's what they say when you find an enemy's weak spot or block a big attack, you see. Oh, and look at that, it dropped something. You best pick it up, eh? That's what's known as a glim, Ollie boy. Enemies drop them in the heat of battle. Green glims like that one you just grabbed will restore a few of your HP. The blue ones give you MP back instead. Same color as the gauge, see? Tidy! Oh, and you can give your HP and MP a boost with spells and items, ain't it? Of course, you'll just have to take my word for that, with what you not having at the Okie dokie. Okay dokie. That's enough from me. It's time for you to practice what I preach. Go on, boy Bach. Give 'em what for. All right. Gives us 4 experience and gives us 3 gold. So, pretty standard JRPG tradition.
Well, hey, proper tidy. Nice one, Ollie boy.
Jeepers creepers.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, our world is absolutely riddled with beasties. But keep that up and you'll have nothing to worry about. Right, let's get a move on, shall we?
Sure, Mr. Drippy, but where are we going?
Well, first off, we need to get you a wand.
But I already have a wand.
You're having a laugh, aren't you? That thing's about as magical as a flipping cabbage. You might just squeeze a gateway spell out of it, but you can forget about anything more than that. Honestly, I wish you'd think before you open your mouth.
Oh, sorry.
Now, I told you Ding Dong Dell was just over by yonder, didn't I? Well, if we're very lucky, we might find a wand with a bit more oomph down by there.
So, are wands really so hard to find here?
Well, time was you couldn't move for the flipping things. But since Shadar showed up, magic's taken a real nosedive. He banned people from using it, see? Cursed anyone who tried to.
That nose ring piercing must really hurt for you, having to hold a like a small little lantern. That has got to hurt bad.
I'd rather be a doll than have him go poking round in my heart. No one wants to be broken-hearted.
Broken-hearted? Like, sad?
Worse than that, much worse. It's when he steals a piece of a person's heart. Poor beggars don't know whether they're alive or dead. That's no way to live, man.
So that's why they're all so scared of him, huh? We can't let him go on doing this.
Well, it's not a matter of letting him, is it? It's not like people flipping enjoy it. That's why I brought you here, innit? You might just be able to stop him, see?
You really think I can?
Of course you can! You are the pure-hearted one! And the legends say that the pure-hearted one will drive away the darkness. We'll teach you a few tasty spells and you'll be ready to face him in no time. Sound good to you?
Okay, I'll do it. I'll learn magic.
Of course you will, and that's why we need to find you a better wand.
All right, let's head for Ding Dong Dell.
Tidy.
Ding Dong Dell. Yeah, the Dell Corporation. They're a bunch of ding-dongs. I don't like their computer products. Well, when it comes to their rigs, but when it comes to computer screens, they're alright. But, yeah, looks like I got my first trophy, and I don't think you managed to see it because of my, well, I guess you could see it a little bit, but then again, my, webcam is all the way at the top right corner. But, yeah, the world map, oh my god, look at this world map, this is so incredible! Definitely reminds me of the world map from Tales of Graces a little bit. But it gives you more freedom than what you already see. Our world is absolutely riddled with monsters. If one of them spots you, you'll see a big exclamation pop up over its head, and it'll charge. When it gets within touching distance, you'll have to fight it with your hands. Dell employees eat ding-dongs. Well, you're not wrong, Geek Baron. You're technically right. The best kind of right. If you run out of hit points in the middle of battle, you'll be out for the count, so be careful, ain't it? Ain't it? Oh, and here's a tidy little technique for you. If you sneak up behind monsters without them noticing, you can get a first hit in, giving you the upper hand. The only thing is, if it works the other way around, it works the other way around too. If a monster sneaks up on you, they'll be able to get the first hit in, the rotters. So it is kind of like the Tales series, how if you get attacked from the back, then they will actually get your party mixed up or whatnot. Oh yeah, here. It's just a little something. Consider it a gift from the High Lord of the Fairies. Obtain 3 loaves of white bread. Thanks, but what do I need with these? Just have a munch on one when you're feeling a bit ropey, and you'll be right as rain in no time, man. So basically, if we're getting low on hit points, just eat one and it will fill our hit point gauge back up. Okay, but a wizard cannot live by bread alone, holy boy. He needs a proper wand and all. And that knobbly thing in your hand is doing my flipping head in. See that big castle to the north? That's Ding Dong Dell, that is. I reckon we'll find ourselves a wand by there. So let's get moving, shall we? Okay. Sure, but let's fight some battles. Alright. I attacked behind. So, let's attack this sleep fowl. Oh, got it. Nice. How many hit points? How many experience did they? Oh, just 1 experience point? Oh, that's lame. Yeah, exactly. That's something from the Bible, bread... a man cannot live by bread alone. Of course, they need to, eat more than just bread. Boy, listen to the music. This is so phenomenal. Oh, where are you going? Oh, you turned around. Anyway, I'll get you.
We can do this.
Boy, that little stick is very, very weak. I do need to give me a new one. But tell me that at least gets me... Yes, that gets me up to level 2. Okay, I'll definitely take it. And a piece of pie. Alright, so it does show us what our stats will go up to when we level up, so I like it already. I'm gonna do a little grinding out here for a bit before we head into Ding Dong Dell. But yeah,
Let's do it.
just from watching this alone, this is phenomenal. I can't even stress enough. And the battle system is actually very streamlined, and I actually like the approach as well. So, I'm actually very content with how it all came to be. Just makes me want to play the sequel even more once I beat this. But yeah, it's just... Oh, man. I like it. Gotcha. Are you talking about the monster that we just fought? It kind of looks like a Flareon. Yeah, it kind of does. Oh, got me from behind. The bartender.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you make that much money.
Watch this.
And you know, maybe one of these days, if I actually get into the games quite a lot, that I may want to do like a retrospective of this series or something. You know, I've been kind of wanting to do one on level 5 games as well. I think that would actually be a lot of fun. But yeah, just this game, I just can't, like I said, I can't stress enough. It's just, from what I'm playing so far, this is the definitive example of how JRPG should be in this day and age. Kind of like how Dragon Quest XI actually manages to do that. Makes you think of football when you're looking at the big, huge field, huh? Yeah, I can see where that comes from. Meh. I'll probably get to level 4 and then we'll head into the town.
Watch this.
I would like some more health refills, but then again, we just leveled up, so we're really not losing that much hit points while we're at it. It's definitely reminding me of how I was playing Dragon Quest III earlier today.
We can do this!
Got it. Aw, just a couple of experience points? That's lame. So I better stick with the ones that look like, that almost look like Flareon. Or just stay around this area and just take on that, as well as the bartenders, as well as the roughs.
We can do this!
Ear splitter. Ouch. Ooh. That had to hurt. For splitting into my ear, yeah, you go back into the back into the pig pen there, Ruff. Yeah, the Ruffs, they kind of do look like giant rats, or if you're talking about that one enemy I fought before, then okay.
Let's do it!
I would have a Leroy Jenkins quote in there somewhere, but I don't really have to. Oh, there's a bird over there. Hopefully that bird is got some good hit points on it. The minor bird.
Let's do it!
It's like supposed to be a play on words for mina bird. Oh, cool. I got it all in one fell setting. Only got a few experience points, but more gold in my possession, so okay. Nothing to brag home about. Oh, there you are. I was wondering where that enemy was coming from.
Watch this!
Probably will be fighting more enemies than just one as we progress along. Gotcha. They're too high because of the suspenders he has on him. The boy's got suspenders on. Yeah, and that's a big, huge rat that we're looking at, so you weren't that too wrong there, Geek Baron.
Let's go!
Smash hit. Gotcha. They have the weakest money, but they have more experience points. Oh, an Ouroboros.
Let's do it!
So a snake. Rolling snake. And his attack was called Pick Me Up. Oh, I only had about 3 experience points. And 2 pieces of gold. What is that on the ground? Looks like something's glowing right there. Oh, it's just a part of the ground. I thought that was something that was glowing on the ground that we could actually pick up, but nope. Just part of the scenery. We'll just take care of the fat rat right here. Or the rhinosaur.
Watch this!
Got it. But, oh, it had some tender beef, too. Huh, okay. Beefy. Oh, I see something sparkling on the world map. Within this mountain range right here. Obtain a plainswort flower. Okay. Oh, hey, I was wondering where you were. We'll fight you in the forest area.
Watch this!
Oh, bartender. What's on the menu? Your name says bartender on it. So I figure you would work at a bar, like you're the only sheep who would run a bar.
We can do this!
You sing well like the minor bird. Minor bird. Get out of here, you dirty bird! Sleep-a-fowl.
Watch this!
Oh, it's another bird. Sleepy fowl. But it's not a pea. It's not a pea in a pod. And I had 1 experience point. What a letdown. Yeah, like I said, once we get to level 4, then we'll head inside the castle town. I'll go fight this. The rolling snake. The Ouroboros.
Watch this!
But it's chewing on its tail. It's like, ugh. That looks bad. Snake! The Ouroboros snake of Metal Gear Solid, which doesn't even exist. Any strong enemies I can go after? Oh, I think so. There's a bartender right over here. Now let's go see what bar this bartender has come from.
Let's do it!
Sorry, but your attack was no smash hit. It was a colossal failure. Ah, just a sliver. No thank you. You have less than what I'd imagine. Oh, hey, cool.
We can do this!
Nice. Alright, so that should get us to level 4. Yeah, here we go. And, alright. I do like it. So, now we can head over to Ding Dong Dell, but actually over here we have something sparkling on the world map that I want to grab. And this is a bunch of booster wait, booster shots? Or booster shoots? I thought it said booster shots. It's like, those are not syringes. This is not a practical exam. Oh, Knickers, there's something I forgot to tell you. What is it, Mr. Drippy? Here in my world, you can use R to change your viewpoint. Or the right analog stick. I think we already figured that out, Drippy. If you're having trouble with the controls, go to settings in your main menu and have a fiddle with them. You can switch vibration on and off there as well, ain't it? Speaking personally, I'd have it on. A rumble just ain't a rumble without a bunch of rumble, is it? Now, I know this is a lot to take in, Ollie boy, but I'm sure you'll get used to it. I guess. You know what? Let's go into settings, make sure that it's on. No, it is off. Yeah, I want to keep that on. I just love the rumbles and the vibration. Alright. Our first stop, Ding Dong Dell.
Looks to me like a classic case of broken-heartedness.
Broken-heartedness? You mean that thing you were talking about before?
That's right. The broken-hearted are people who've had part of their hearts stolen. Poor souls just aren't themselves. Go all weird and useless, they do.
So his heart was broken by...
Keep up, will you? Shadar, innit? If anyone tries to stand up to him or does anything he doesn't like, he breaks their hearts into pieces so they can't put up a fight.
Jeepers. But if he stays that way, we can't get into Ding Dong Dell.
Then you better cure him, ain't it, Ollie boy? It's time to mend your first broken heart. Mend it? But how do I do that? Well, you can't do it just yet. There's a couple of things we'll be needing first. But I know an old man who's got just what we need. Proper or useful, I am, eh? An old man? What old man? What do you mean, what old man? The old man, ain't it? Lives in the deep woods, lives in a wood to the north of here. Proper deep and deeply dark it is. That's why they call it the deep dark wood. Makes sense, I guess. Alright, so we're gonna have to go north to the deep dark wood. I mean, if you don't like rumbling from your controller, Geek Baron, then that's perfectly fine. I mean, everybody has their preferences. But I'm just saying, for me personally, I just like the rumble of the controller. Ooh, bad. The enemy has the upper hand. Ooh. And we have to wait until we're given that privilege to actually attack the minor bird. Got it. Darkwood seems to be quite a ways. If we're having to go all the way over there just to meet a old man. That cave doesn't look like it would lead us to a deep dark wood, if I do say so myself.
Watch this!
Well, no, I mean that I am going to be keeping the rumble on my end, so... Oh, man. Like, still, I can just hardly fathom just the visuals and all. And, thanks for joining tonight, Geek Baron. It was really great, so have a good evening. Have 3 experience. Okay, so it's actually located in this direction. Okay, so we weren't that too far off. Deep dark wood. We're gonna try to go through this place, and then after we meet up with the old man, then I think we'll call it quits. Forest of Fairy Tales. Look at that. It's a waystone. They're useful. A waystone? Yeah, mun. They're these ancient stones, see? You can use them to store a record of your adventures so far. In wild places like forests and so on, you can't just plonk yourself on the nearest rock and write your story down. But why not? Why not, he says. Give me strength, mun, because they're crawling with horrible beasties, ain't it? They are? That sounds kinda scary. You'll get used to it, mun. Just remember, you can't go recording your progress any old where. Allow me to explain a little more. Touch a waystone, and your health and magic power will be fully restored. Not bad, eh? And that's not all, mun. These little beauties will also let you save your progress. A traveler's best friend they are. Which is why you should stop at every waystone you see and make good use of it. Better safe than sorry, ain't it? Sure, Mr. Drippy. Tidy. That's what I like to hear. Let's hope you're as good as your word. Righto. Next up, the old man and the old man of the woods. All right. So let's go ahead and do that, and then save our progress. And then we'll go inside the deep dark wood. Okay, so let's go follow Mr. Drippy. We'll see how we're going that way. He actually knows where this old man is.
Mr. Drippy! Wait for me!
Oh, whoops. Ouch.
Who goes there?
Jeepers.
Ollie boy, meet old Father Oak. How do, you a leafiness?
Oh, Drippy, it's you. And to what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I got a visitor by here from another world, see? And what it is, I was wondering if you might lend us a bit of a hand, like.
Oh, I should have known. You only ever come to see me when you are in need.
Sorry, you tall ship. You know I'm always very grateful.
This boy.
Ah, spotted it. Did you bark ship?
Well, well. The pure-hearted one. He who will drive out the darkness. And Drippy, you mean to...
That's right, your ancient ship. We're off to give Shadar a right royal hiding.
You? Why? As reckless as ever, I see. Very well. You shall have my aid. But first, we had better give the boy a familiar, had we not?
Oh, yeah. Clean forgot I did. He's right, Dolly boy. It might be a bit early, but I suppose we better teach you how to conjure up familiars, innit?
Familiars?
Familiars?
Yeah, familiars. You're in our world, you can magic up little fighting
So basically like little sidekicks to help you out.
Where we're going, the beasties are only going to get bigger and meaner. So you're going to need a helping hand, or claw, or beak, or tentacle.
Can I really do it?
Well, there's only one way to find out. You want to help your mum, don't you?
Sure I do.
Well then, grab your wizard's companion and turn to the page marked Form Familiar.
But Mr. Drippy, there's no spell named Form Familiar here. You what? The boy is correct. Look at his wizard's companion. It would seem that it is missing more than a few of its pages. Really? Knickers! So, does this mean I can't cast the spell? Ho ho ho, I am not as powerless as all that, young man. Oliver, was it? Let me see now. Form familiar. Ah, yes. A gift from me to you, young Oliver. Ah, one of the pages actually appears to us. Interesting. You received the page describing the Form Familiar spell. Alright. Thank you very much, old Father Oak. But simply possessing the page for a particular spell is no guarantee that you will be able to make use of it. Some spells are simply not meant for certain wizards, such as life. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that for now, Mun. Just give Form Familiar a go, will you? Sure thing, Mr. Drippy. Alright, Form Familiar. Summons forth a familiar from the caster's heart to fight beside them. Okay. Looks like these are all going to be very, very important.
Golly boy, look at that. A warrior from your very own heart. A familiar.
This is a familiar?
That's right. The fighting spirit inside you made flesh. A soldier of your soul.
And he can really help me fight? Huh? Ouch! That was a mean trick.
And the stronger you get, the harder he's gonna hit as well.
Wow.
So this is a familiar, huh? And he'll be coming with us? Indeed he will, Ollie boy. The more the merrier, ain't it? Here, you better give this little fellow a name, eh? Ah, mighty, sure, we'll just go with that. Pardon me. Oliver, we cannot let you set off into the wild with only the withered wand in your hand. Let me give you some spells to aid you in battle. The first is the restorative incantation known as Healing Touch. Alright, receive the page describing the Healing Touch spell. Man, I'm getting sleepy. Tidy! That's the most useful spell there is for a wandering adventurer. Cuts, bruises, sprains, gashes, all gone in a jiffy with Healing Touch. Gee, make it sound like I'm going to get hurt an awful lot, Mr. Drippy. Next, I give you the gift of Blazing Inferno, Fireball. Alright. Shoots a little ball of fire. That one does. Plant-based beasties flipping hate fire, mun. Even old Treeface here is scared of Fireball. Drippy, how dare you? You'll never aim such a spell at me, would you, boy? Golly, of course not, old Father Oak. Alright, and we received the page describing the Fireball spell. Now, boy, you can press square at any time to open your spells menu. While a spell like Healing Touch can be used at any time, Fireball is meant primarily for use in battle. That said, the most unexpected of spells can prove incomparably useful given the right set of circumstances. Novel problems call for novel solutions, after all. If you find yourself at something of a loss, I recommend that you go through your magical repertoire. You never know which spell might save the day. And we can now use the spells menu, so that's good. Oh, it's a duckbill platypus.
Oh,
huh?
for a fight, is it? Better give him what he wants, Ollie boy.
Huh? What do I do?
Just think what you want him to do and he'll do it. It's as easy as falling off a log, man.
Okay. Just think what I want him to do. Here goes.
Alright. Teeny boppers.
Let's
Wait,
go.
really? Righto, Ollie boy. It's time to learn about fighting with familiars. First off, you gotta pick who's going to fight out of you and your little friend. We've gone through the trouble of making him, so we'd best give him a go, eh? Select him, will you?
Here goes.
Tidy. Now let's send him into the fray, shall we? Oh yeah, you see that circle in the top left there? That's your familiar stamina gauge. What that does is, it shows you how much longer he can fight for, see? The longer you keep him on the go, the shorter his stamina gauge will get. When it's empty, it means the poor lad's so tired he can't fight anymore. Tragic, eh? So before that happens, you'll have to call him back to you for a bit of a rest, like. Oh, and there's something else about familiars you should know. See this little mark by there? That's his sign. It's sort of like a star sign, except there's only 4 of them: sun, moon, star, and planet. And like star signs, different ones get on better. You can use that to help you in battle. Next, let's talk about tricks. They're proper powerful abilities, a bit like your spells. And just like spells, they cost MP to use. You can see the cost written next to them. Ah, okay. But what you got to remember is that you and your familiars share MP and HP. So if a familiar uses a trick or takes a big hit, it's your MP and HP that'll suffer. Crikey. This is a long old lesson, eh? Right, let's finish with the top tip, shall we? Your familiar stamina is always going down, so you need to swap with him regularly. You can do that anytime by pressing L1, ain't it? Now, I'm going to stop you before I put you both to sleep, or put us both to sleep. It's your turn to sing for your supper. Go on, boy, Bach. Go on, boy, Bach. Cut loose and attack. Alright, got one. Time to take care of the other. Yeah, we got the other one. Good. Very good. Oh, cool. We actually got the little tyke to actually get a level up as well. And he went up to level 2, so... Looks like these are going to be very important going forward, too, when we, you know, progress through the adventure. So now you know how to fight with a familiar, ain't it, Ollie boy? To be a true contender, you need to learn when you will let your familiar loose, and when you take control yourself. I'll do my best, Mr. Drippy. And goes back into his heart. Oh, and when he's not fighting, the little fellow can be found taking it easy in the creature cage. In the creature cage, you can shower your faithful familiars with delicious treats. There's all kinds of treats to choose from. Some will improve their abilities, and there are others that can even teach them new tricks. Tidy. Feed the little blighters enough of what they fancy, and the bonds of familiarity between you will grow. Meaning you can boost their abilities even more. Careful not to stuff them too full of sweeties, though. They'll only end up getting full up. Adoration in moderation, that's the key. It's probably a lot to get your head around, but just remember that the creature cage is where you can look after your familiars and take it from there, ain't it? The creature cage. Got it. I'll promise to look after him real well, Mr. Drippy. Alright. The creature cage is now available in the main menu. Oh, I almost forgot. We had something we wanted to ask you, your drunkiness. There's a guard down in Ding Dong Dell, and he's broken-hearted, see? Broken-hearted, you say. Shadar's evil spreads still further, so you'll be needing... That we will, your okitude. There's quick, you are. You have still got it, ain't you? Oh ho ho, patience, young Drippy. Of course I have. Let me see now. I know it's here somewhere. Crikey, you've not gone and lost it, have you? Lost it? The insolence! I put it away safely among my uppermost branches. It's just a little tangled up there, that's all. Ah, while I seek it out, I have a favor to ask you. I did mention we're in a flipping hurry, didn't I? We haven't got the time to go... Mr. Drippy, we should help old Father Oak. He gave us those spells, didn't he? Ah, how very refreshing to meet such a responsible and honest young man. All right, I get the flipping message. Go on, what is it you need us for? Well, it's the guardian of these woods, you see. The guardian, eh? What's up with the old fellow? I am afraid he has become rather unruly of late, and he is neglecting his duties. Well, that's no good, is it? We better help you sort him out then, eh? The guardian? He sounds kind of tough. Too right he is. He's way stronger than your average beastie, and you've got a familiar on your side now, Mun. You'll be fine. And besides, if you're going to take down Shadar, you can't back out of a bit of a light guardian bashing now, can you? Okay, I'll do it. Oh, very kind of you. The guardian can be found in the deepest part of the wood, beyond the Whispering Waterfalls. I wish you luck. Okay, first spells, now familiars. You're turning into a proper wizard, ain't it, Ollie boy? I guess I am, huh? Now then, why don't you take a closer look at your new mate, eh? How do I do that, Mr. Drippy? It's a piece of cake, Mun. Now listen up. If you look in the main menu, you'll see Friends and Familiars. That's where you'll find all sorts of details about you and your familiar's abilities. It looks a bit complicated, and there are a fair few options kicking about in there. To be fair, but you'll soon get the hang of it, Mon. Now, you're still new to this wizarding lark, so there's a limit on what you can do, ain't it? But keep fighting monsters and eventually you'll get stronger. We call that leveling up, see? You'll probably make some new mates before long and all, so be sure to take a closer look at them, like I showed you. You got it, Mr. Drippy. Alright, so Friends and Familiars are now accessible to the main menu. Alright. And, we can now finally start moving again, but we're going to have to save the moving for another time. But before anything, we probably need to go back. Because I do need to save my progress. Quite the ominous music playing. It's almost like there's something major and drastic that's going to go on here. But before we do that, like I said, I need to save my progress. That's why, Mr. Drippy. Because we're done here for the night. And I'm about to fall asleep, too. Okay, so, yeah, like I said, we're gonna stop right here for tonight, guys. So, I hope you all enjoyed this, this first time for me playing through Ni no Kuni. And we'll be getting on more with it the next time when we start playing, and we won't have to install anything, and won't have to go through any sort of jargon or hoopla just to get to playing the game. So if you like what you see, then be sure to hit that, just be sure to rate the video underneath this live stream, as well as leaving your feedback down in the comments. And also, if you like what you see, then be sure to hit that subscribe button underneath this video and live stream, as well as hitting that video notification bell that is right next to the subscribe button, so that way you're notified of whatever content that I put out on my channel, or whatever live stream will go up live on my channel. And the more that you subscribe, or the more that you do that, and you keep subscribing to me, that means that more support from you guys will mean that more content is coming from me in the future that you guys are not going to find anywhere else. And also, you can find me on my Facebook fan page, which is facebook.com/RRPG reviews, and you can also find me on Twitter, where my handle is at RRPG Reviews, and whatever social media site I'm posting on, you will actually catch the news from me on there, although they both are linked, and you'll see me posting on both of them regardless. And also, you can find me on my Twitch page, which is twitch.tv/RRPG Reviews, and I stream PC games, and I will be on tomorrow, where I will get back on track with The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel, so be on the lookout for that. And I will also post a video letting you guys know when I go live on Twitch as well. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this live stream tonight. I just want to say thank you very much for watching. You all have a good night, and I hope the rest of your week goes on smoothly, and be sure to join me next week as we will get back on track with more Ni no Kuni here on RRPG Review's own YouTube channel. Anyway, guys, have a good night, and I'll see you later. Peace out.